Today my class is going to be on port security. A couple weeks ago I had a coworker asking me some information or wanted some more detail on port security, so I wanted to make a video for him to try to see if my explanation is good enough for him. So what we have here is just a typical network with a router. This is the router's IP address for this interface. Here's a switch. These three machines right now are hooked up to switch A. These three PCs, PC1, PC2, PC3, are hooked up to switch A, each on their own individual access port. We're going to be adding PC4 to the port that PC2 is already connected to. We're going to configure this switch like most good network administrators would do, would add port security or put some kind of unused ports in a separate VLAN. That's another security layer. But we're going to configure this switch A and this interface number 2. 1, 2, 3. Port 2 with port security on it. So we'll just demonstrate what happens when we when we remove PC2 and add PC4. Now, one of the things you want to remember with port security, you have these options down here. A MAC address, you can configure the switch A with a MAC address of either a statically assigned or a sticky assigned. A statically assigned means you have to go into that port and create the MAC address, which is just the MAC address here, 000.aaa. Whatever MAC address it is. Also, you have sticky, like I said, that it picks up the MAC address automatically. Maximum is how many times you want, how many MAC addresses can go into each individual port. I think it's from 1 through 132 MAC addresses you can have assigned to an individual port. And here is a violation. Once this switch knows that there's a violation, it will go into either protect mode, restrict mode, or shutdown mode. The one I've used 99% of the times, the ones I've used and seen, is always shutdown mode. And that's self-explanatory. This switch will just shut down that port, and because it notices there's a violation with the MAC address. And later on, in order to get that port to reactivate, the network administrator has to go back into this port and do a no shut command to bring that port back up. So look at this diagram here, and I'm going to show you the configuration here in a second. And down here, now you see here in my program, I have pretty much the same diagram that was up here. There, you see that one? You got PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. PC4 is not connected because that's the port, that's the machine that we're going to add to the port 2 on here. Right now we got PC2 going to this switch port here, and they're going out to the default gateway here. And that's the same diagram that we have up there. So let me get to configuring. It'll be a little difficult typing with one hand, if you just bear with me. So right now, I'll show you. We bring up PC2, and you can see that we can ping. See it pinging? It can ping. Right now, I just pinged from this PC to the switch to this PC, and it pinged fine. Now let's see if we can ping this PC2 to this router up here.
I've already put the command in. Ping. See that 192.168.1.10. That's the default gateway, which is that interface on that router right there. So let's see what happens. And it's pinging. Okay, so the important part of this video is right here coming into the switch. Let's go ahead and get into the command line of the switch here. Right here, just showing the interfaces are up. So we'll go ahead and start configuring the switch for as port security. Just give me a minute. So when you get in config mode, we want to work on port 0/2 on the switch. Now we want to get to switch port mode, make an access port. Mode. Oh, I was misspelling access. That's why. Two C's. There we go. Now we turn on port security. Port security. There we go. Now skip down a few. Remember what I had said earlier. We had to assign the MAC address, maximum, how many times, and a violation. So let's go down here. Do switch port, port security. It's going to give us our options here. See, MAC address, maximum violation, just like we said. We do MAC address, and we'll show you our options here. You can either do a static IP address, or excuse me, static MAC address right there, or sticky, which would automatically assign the MAC address to the port. So we do sticky. Now you have to say how many. Maximum 1. Then we have to give it a violation to say what will happen once it determines or detects there's a new MAC address going to the port. Switch port security, violation, and again I'll show you the options: protect, restrict, and shut down. You can see right there. And I'll just do shut down. There we go. Then we can exit out of here. Verify that we've done this correctly. Do a show port security interface fast 0/2. Now it's going to see it's saying it's enabled. Violation mode shut down. Right now it's sticky MAC at 0 because it hasn't learned the MAC address yet that we're going to be using that's currently there. So we'll go ahead, run some pings here, and I'll show you what will happen here. Ping that one. And we'll just ping the PC1 again. And you can see it's pinging. So let's go back to the switch here. see the sticky MAC address? There, saying 0. So now it's ran some pings. Let's see what it should come up with a MAC address of PC2. So let's see. Yep. See how here it says 1, and it has a MAC address compared to up here no MAC address and sticky MAC address is 0. So now let's see what happens. Move this down. Let's take this. Let's say you wanted to add a new machine in like an office environment to that same switch. So you want to take off if you weren't sure or if you're unclear about port security. This is how it works. You see it work here. Let's say we unplug that computer. So right now nothing's in this switch here, but it still remembers the MAC address here. And remember, we've set port security to know only this MAC address for port 2. So we want to, when you see here the PC4, we're going to run this straight through cable here. Put it into Fast Ethernet 02 because that's the one we're working with. Now let's see if port security works. Should work. Let's try pinging a default gateway. One 92.168.1.10. Let's see what happens. And there you go, you see it timed out. And you also notice the red dot compared to the green dots, which is showing is active, is up. The red dot here and the red dot down here on PC4 is showing, guess what, red, because it's showing, because remember this PC2, PC4 have completely different MAC addresses. So now this switch is, remember we configured the port security on this interface, a sticky MAC address, so it only learned this MAC address, and once it saw another MAC address coming here, shuts it down. So let's try pinging this PC to this PC. 192.168.1.1. And you can see it's timing out because that's we've configured port security. So that's the video there. Again, this is something I just wanted to put out there for anybody. I am CCNA certified, but I'm not a CCNA certified teacher. So that's just my disclaimer there. You can use my videos. I'm really just making these for my own entertainment and for my own experience. Hope you liked the video, and I hope this helped you learn a little bit of port security. Thanks for watching.